let's talk about shiners. What are shiners on roofs?
On an average roof, you're getting 14,000 to 21,000 nails going in at a minimum.
Yep.
Just by pure numbers, there's going to be a nail that's misplaced.
For homeowners watching, that's a shiner. A misplaced nail is a
Yes.
nail head that you can see that shines in the sunlight. That's a shiner.
Yep. If a nail's shot low, if a nail's shot out of the nailing pattern, if something's overdriven or even underdriven or in at a weird angle, just by the color alone, like you said, a shiner, only if the sun's hitting it right is it easy to catch. To the trained eye, you can catch them pretty easily. But with the orange nail, you can see them from the ground. You can see them from a drone. A homeowner can see it from the ground. And the guys on the roof especially, I mean, even if they're already a row over or whatever the case may be, it's still way easier to spot, even out of the corner of your eye. We've got a lot of good feedback from the installers even that are putting the roofs on, simply that the contrast in color just helps them as they're running the nails to track their pattern, to track their nail count. It's just one of those little tweaks that makes their job a little easier as well. And that was a benefit I honestly didn't expect, but a lot of the guys we've talked to said they enjoy running them just strictly because they can see exactly how things are going.
Yep. We all know like shingle, the controversy between like the nail strip and all the shingles. You got to hit the nail strip. And if it is a thing, like if you're tired, you're sweating, your eyes are fogging up from sweat, and you're looking at an orange nail head or a silver one, it's way easier to see the contrast between that black tar versus a silver nail head. That makes total sense to me. That would be easier to run the right pattern. Yeah, those are the two biggest things that I can see, the value just of the product. I mean, we talk about sales, we talk about cleanup, we talk about shiners. The cost is kind of the next thing is like, why would every roofer's out there thinking like, I know they're more expensive. Of course they're more expensive, but how much money does it save you? We were in business for almost 10 years. So we've had shiner leaks where we didn't see a shiner. And then all of a sudden we got to go do several $100 repair on a roof that we did 8 years ago. You do one of those, you're like, I hate this. I don't want that to ever happen again. Cause then you got to fix insulation and drywall. And you got all this other stuff that you got to do, pay your guys, get more material. Then the customer's not happy because now your 8-year-old shingles don't match the new shingles, even though they're the same color. Yeah, it's just a big problem. You never want to have to do that kind of thing for something that's totally unnecessary. It's like you should never have to do something like that if it's not storm related. If you've been in business long enough, I think there's a lot of people that haven't been in business long enough or feel the pain of those type of unnecessary repairs, warranty claims. They like looking at the price difference between a traditional coil nail and what you guys charge. And I know it's going to be different for different markets, and you guys are just new to market anyway. But in general, what I saw a year ago or more than a year ago when I looked into it, and I was going to order directly, I think is what it was. And I was like, I was doing the math. It was easy. It was easy math. It was like, we can save so much money by doing this and so much headache and all the other things we talked about previously with cleanup and repairs as well.
100%. Basically, what we're selling for currently is between 65 and 75 a box. Depends on quantities. National average for an electro galvanized nail, just your standard coil nail smooth shank, is between 40 and 45 bucks. Guys that buy in bulk can get them as low as 25 bucks. So even if we compare all the way down to 25 bucks to our highest cost of 75 a box, we have a minimum order quantity of 10 boxes. So that's a $50 difference on a box, or $100 difference on a 30 square roof. About for $100 extra on a 30 square roof, you could use these nails. Worst case scenario. Best case scenario, someone orders 4 pallets. They're already paying $45 a box, and they buy 4 pallets from us. That's only $20 difference. So you're talking anywhere from $40 to $100 difference on your average job. It's kind of the span there. And so I think we bring the value based on what we've been talking about for that extra 40 to 100 bucks. And we compared to things like you were talking about, getting a pinhole leak due to a shiner that ruined some drywall. Heaven forbid it's been going on for a while and you got to replace some decking or whatever the case is. It's minimal cost up front for a much better customer experience, much better sales experience. And I think it's, I was just talking yesterday with Drew Itmeyer and a guy named Jake Mariotti from Connecticut. And we were talking about, it's not, you get to a certain level and it's not necessarily just about that right there. It's about the story as a whole that the customer can tell. And so like just little things like this, $40 to $100 extra on a job can help eliminate a bad story down the road.
Yep. Drew is how I learned about LumaNail a long time ago. I just follow him on social media and I was like, this is sweet. This makes so much sense. And when he started talking about this product, I was like, this makes a lot of sense immediately. And then I started to think about the same things that we've been talking about. I was like, oh, this would stop the pain and then also help. I think the referrals are got to be off the chart. Because like if they're getting their roof done, make sure you get the guys, whoever you use, make sure they're using those orange nails. Like I guarantee you, people say
That's
that
a good point.
because they're like, I know that they're doing that because they're like nobody else is. It's because it's new to market. Even your average homeowner knows nails are silver. All nails are silver or gray. They're all the same color. And then they're like, why would we have this? And then you start thinking about it. And obviously the sales process is great, but as the roof gets installed and they start realizing why, and then it's dusk and the black lights go out. And like, why do you have black lights? Because they glow.
Yeah.
And then you like hand the black light to one of the kids, and the kids are like, this is so fun. And you're like, my kids would love that. Very cool, dude. Very, very cool.
Yeah, no,
this is a very cool product.
Yeah, it's been an interesting, since July of last year, we've gone to a couple of the conferences, like I said, and met a ton of people. And as someone that's like from outside of the roofing industry, initially, it's just been like I've learned a ton and met a ton of great people, these different groups of people that show up to the different shows and everything else. It's been awesome from the outside coming in. And then the way that the sales have been going and the people that are picking them up, we're in over 250 contractors' hands currently, and we've shipped to all 50 states, including Hawaii and Alaska. We're in Canada,
Nice.
And we've even shipped to Puerto Rico too. And so it's been hard to keep them in stock, honestly. And so that's our biggest challenge right now, is keeping up with the inventory demand. But it's a great problem and a terrible problem all at the same time.
Yeah, that's awesome, dude.